It's Todd from Wayfinder Realty, your host for Sold On Flavor. This week, hold on one second, please. Mom's favorite restaurant? Yes. Yeah, no, this Sunday. Yeah, just a party of two. What do you mean you're booked? All right, thanks. Goodbye. Well, apparently there's a change of plans, and this week we're going to celebrate mothers here. So husbands or sons, you're either going to have to cook the night before or get up early Sunday morning and treat that special lady right? So we're going to do a bunch of stuff today. We're going to make French toast with an ice cream batter. We're going to make a berry compound, or coulis. Compound is whole. Coulis is when you strain it with the liqueur. We're going to make homemade whipped cream. And we're going to make a frittata too. So all that's ahead. Let's get into it. Yeah, so again, I'll go through the difference, but compote is when you basically just cook down the berries or the fruit with just sugar and a little bit of lemon juice, and you could thicken it up. And coulis is when you put it through a strainer. I'm probably going to put it through a strainer, but it's still the same process, right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to cut up your fruit. So we have all these strawberries, so I'm going to use these strawberries. You want to just take the top off. Sometimes there's that little device. Now, because I'm putting it through a strainer, I don't really care, but if you are not, just make them look nice and similar size, right? So that's good. I washed my strawberries after I cut them up. Now, all you need right now for this part is, if you don't have, I'm using some guave. You can just use regular sugar, just regular, that's fine. And I'm going to use some Contrail. Yeah. Anyway, this is an orange liqueur out of France. You can use Chambord, would be a raspberry. You can use cognac or a bourbon, even a white wine. Any of those are fine. You don't have to use anything, actually. And you can omit that part. And I'm going to squeeze some lemon juice in there and just cook that down for about 5-10 minutes. This is optional. If you want to thicken it up, you want to use some starch here, corn starch. You can use potato starch, doesn't matter, same thing. And you want to do a 1-to-1 ratio of starch to water. Mix that up and dump it into your mixture. I've added the cornstarch. This looks great. I mean, if you had to cheat and buy a store-bought cheesecake, I don't know what you would. But if you did, you just pour some of this on top, and then all of a sudden you got a restaurant quality dessert there. I just snuck a taste of that. That is incredible. I am going to put it in a food processor and then push it through a strainer just to make a pure syrup out of it. But that is decadent. I cheated a little bit. I didn't feel like cutting up a potato. So I got frozen hash browns, and these are O'Brien, which just means there's onion and peppers in them. A little bit of olive oil. I'm going to cook these up first. And I am also going to cook up my spinach. I had previously grilled some mild Italian sausage for my frittata. What goes in a frittata? Whatever you want to go in a frittata. If it's cooked on top of the stovetop, it's an omelet. If it's in a baking dish, it's a frittata. If it's put in a crust, it's a quiche. Okay, I'm going to season my potatoes with salt, pepper, garlic mix. Life of a realtor. All right, so I'm doing some Italian seasoning. I have my eggs and milk in there. Do a little bit of salt and pepper. All right, and we just whisk this up. And then you're really just mixing the ingredients, right? So I told you I had grilled up some mild Italian sausage. I have shredded some Gruyere here. And then I got the potatoes and the spinach on the stove. So you're gonna take your next. I poured this into my bacon dish. I left deliberately, I like to put a little bit of cheese on top so it almost forms like a little bit of a crust. And again, there's so many choices you can do. You can make this all vegetable, you know, bacon and onion, do summer squash and zucchini. There you go. And it goes in the oven at 375. Make sure you leave a lip here because the frittata is going to blow up, going up. And if you put it at the top, it'll spill over. So you don't want to do that. So, I'm taking my compote and turn it into a coulis, which just means I'm going to grind this down, blend it, and then strain it and make it more of a syrup or a sauce. Well, you can say it's a sauce now, just not as thick or chunky. Fine strainer. Pour blended compote into here. Then you're just going to take a spatula or something like that and push the stuff through, leaving the thicker stuff behind. Again, you can skip this whole process. Once you just cook down the berries or whatever fruit you're doing, just leave it at that. And so I'm just going to pull this across, allowing the juice to find its way to the bottom. I mean, as you can see, I've been doing this for a little bit now, a couple minutes. All that's left behind is, you know, some pieces of seed and some fiber from the berry itself, but most of it's gone through. And this is a pretty fine strainer too. So once you're done with that process, then this is coulis. This, no preservatives. Okay, next up, we're gonna make our French toast batter. Now, instead of using milk, we are using ice cream. We got some Haagen-Dazs vanilla here. You can use whatever your favorite ice cream is. Custard works great, right? The difference between ice cream and custard is made with egg yolks, right? So, usually a richer, denser product. You could use soft serve, even though it's not ice cream. There's no cream in a soft serve. Okay, to make my French toast batter, blend my ice cream melt, or soften. Let it melt. Add my eggs, and I'm gonna add nutmeg. Cinnamon. Add vanilla. And you want to have a shallow pan for when you dip the bread so that the batter spreads out. Okay, just took the frittata out of the oven. Looks perfect. All right, and you'll know if you give it a little shake, if it's wobbly, or you do like a toothpick to see if it's done in the middle. So we're gonna make whipping cream, or whipped cream. We take our whipping cream, or sometimes it's heavy cream. Same thing. All right. Not a lot goes in it. It's the cream, a little bit of vanilla. And I use confectionery sugar in my my whipped cream. And what we're looking for is it to form soft peaks. Okay, you want to use butter. It's definitely a recommendation of mine. So I got my bread here. I'm going to put that in my batter. Now you can make the batter the night before, so all you have to do is get up the next day. Okay, so we got my frittata, my ice cream French toast, and my strawberries here. And my homemade whipped cream. A little more there. There you go. Hey everybody, it's Todd from Wayfinder Really, your host for Sold on Flavor. This week, a special treat to the moms out there. I hope everyone has a wonderful Mother's Day. And until next week, see ya. Now these are definitely meals that should be shared in new homes. Give me a call if I can help you. Here's to you, Mom.